Though you may not know it, and neither do I, shop lighting is actually a hotly debated subject among woodworkers and carpenters and anybody who works in a shop, because it can be important, but some people say it's not important. Some people say it's the most important safety feature there is in the shop. Some people don't care at all, and they work under one dim bulb. I'm here to help you clear up that subject of shop lighting. Is it as important as some people say? Should I not worry about it like some people say too? We're going to talk about that, and I'm also going to put up some more shop lighting. Even though this is a better lit shop than usual, still not good enough. Though we have a row of lights going this way and a second row of lights going this way, along with the secondary light above my miter saw that partially lights my radial arm saw, as well as 2 lights above the bench, which are very handy and not changing anything over here. Because of the intensity of the light, these are 4,000 lumen lights, which is a good amount of light, but it's not as good as it could be, and because they are 9 feet at least off the ground. For instance, this belt sander, it may not look too dark, but when you're working on something very small and you need to see very small lines, you can't really see what you're doing. So a second row of lights running along here above the tools, it'll cover the bandsaw, the miter saw, radial arm saw, buffer, scroll saw, belt sander, drill press a little bit, and on this side we'll have a row going this way, another 3 lights, and these are 5,000 lumen lights I'm putting in that will also cover the planer and the jointer and the shaper and all the stuff I have on my Shopsmith, actually Dad's Shopsmith, and the compressor I have right there. Because though I'm not usually a safety freak, some things do scare me. For instance, losing the end of a finger, I don't really want to do that, and I can help doing that by actually seeing what my fingers are doing while I'm working on such a thing as a jointer, which is a little bit dim right now for my comfort level. So we're gonna add these 6 lights I have here. These are from Costco, which is a smoking good deal. You probably cannot hear me over that light. These lights from Costco are $25 for 2 5,000 lumen 4-foot shop lights, which is a really, really good deal. It's the best price I've seen anywhere for shop lights. If you don't have Costco membership, and if you aren't buying them right now, it's not gonna do you much good. But if you do, and if you're looking at this video in 2024, this is a really good price. So is it really important to have good lighting when you're working on tools? Yes and no. Some tools, it's okay to have a not optimal lighting situation when you're working on them, but for most things, I think it's going to be much better. You're gonna get a better product because you can actually see where your lines are. You're gonna be more accurate. It's gonna be more enjoyable to do. You can also get things cleaner, so everything's hit square and flat and parallel, so you don't have those little inaccuracies that add up and cause problems later down the line. Now, who can afford to spend $5 grand on shop lighting so they have the best lighting in the world? Well, don't spend that much money, I think is my answer to that. I spent $75 on these 3 lights, which is going to be, it would be enough lighting if I only had these 6. I am just going extra. I already have lighting, and this lighting probably costs like $60 to put in. So it's not that much money, and it's a little bit of work to get it in there, and you're usually going to already have enough power run because these LEDs are super, super efficient, and they use very low wattage and low amperage. Another big concern you might have about putting up lighting like this is it takes a lot of time. I'm gonna have to take off a week to do my shop lighting. But that's just not true. It's not going to take that long to do. I'm going to do a time lapse of this install, this whole light fixture. I'm going to show you how long it takes, and then just plug and play. You need to run an outlet. You have to have an outlet in your ceiling somewhere, which isn't that hard to run. You just plug it into the end. You can link up to 6 of this certain type of light. It's super simple. I'm going to show you how easy it is right now. I have to look back at the footage to see how long that actually took, but I'm guessing it was less than 1.5 minutes to put up that whole light fixture. And these ones hang a lot lower. I like that. It's gonna get closer to the tools. I mean, just look at this. Look how much light I have down here now. That's amazing. Hey, wow, that's intensely bright. That's kind of amazing. That's 1 row done, and it is 6:08. I came down here probably around 5:40, and that's 1 side done. 3 lights, fully installed. I did already obviously have the outlet run, but if you had the outlet and I was starting in this end, then it's the same thing. I just have an outlet to plug into instead of the end of another light. So that's pretty awesome. I like how they hang lower, so I'm gonna have really super, super good lighting over here. I mean, it's just so bright in here now. I love that, and it's like getting darker outside, and it's still really, really bright. So I'm gonna do the other side, but before I do that, we're gonna talk about the safety aspect of this. Some people may not see why it's safer to have better lighting. I mean, if you really think about it, why would it be safer? But then if you think about it again, practically, when you're actually using a tool, like, for instance, the radial arm saw, which some would argue is the most dangerous tool in woodworking in general. This sort of thing, especially when you're on an angle, you're cutting 45s, you have weird crevices you're trying to look into, it's really, 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 really nice. If I had my finger here, I really wouldn't see where that blade's going to go if I'm holding onto a small piece, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. But if you happen to be doing that sort of thing, you really want to know where your fingers are and where the blade's going, and anything that might be wrong with the piece of wood, you want to be able to see those defects before you cut it instead of after when you're in the ER. That'd be bad. I'm done. That took like, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes of total labor to do all of those lights. All 6 lights are up. There is a glorious amount of light in here. I mean, it's just like insane how much lighting I have. The drill press is still a little bit dark, so I may actually do more lighting after this, but definitely not now. Look at this joiner though. This joiner was like a dungeon before, and now it's like, I can see it. That's cool. The shaper, air compressor, there's light over here. It's really cool. About 45 minutes of time. $75, maybe $200 total, we'll say, for all the lighting in this shop. And this is a 600 square foot shop, just for reference. So 600 square feet I can do with $200 and probably, I don't know, a few hours of total time, even running cables to new outlets if you have to. I could do that in just a few hours, and maximum one day I could put all this lighting up. That's pretty cool. So you can definitely do this too. And you can do this on a budget, not with a lot of time, and you can have a safer, more fun to work in shop. But I think having a fun shop is really important too, because even if you're doing it professionally, it should be fun, because otherwise you're gonna hate your life, and that's no fun. You're only gonna need a couple, like a big difference, put it over your most important tools, and be safer and have more fun. So thank you for watching this video. If you found this helpful at all, please subscribe and like this video. I'm making money. So I make more money if you like this video and subscribe. So thank you for doing that. Tell your friends about this channel, and I will see you in the next one.